So excited for our first guest here in our new living room. Well, each year, the Fashion Forward in Dallas gather to raise money for the Suicide and Crisis Center of North Texas. And next year's Fashion Stars for a Cause is shaping up to be the best one yet. Duh, we'll tell you why in a minute. But Tony Munoz Hunt and Yvonne Crum are here to tell us why. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Doing great.
We had a big old reveal last night, didn't we, Yvonne?
We did. It was wonderful. Belk they go out of their way, and they make their customer service center look almost like a really nice home, and they just are one of the best sponsors, and they just did a great job. And we had wonderful people there, and the main thing is we had people there that care about the cause,
And
which
tell
I really
us about the cause, because a lot of people may not understand.
Well, it's Suicide Crisis Center, and my group that I founded 8 years ago is called Fashion Stars for a Cause, and we select 12 young women each year to help raise funds and promote. The money is really important, and we like that, but also we like the awareness. And we have programs that are amazing. We have a suicide, survivors of suicide, which are people that have lost someone and don't know where to turn. And when they go to the center, they're so lucky that they can find other people that have been in the same thing. You can lose a child, but if you don't lose a child to suicide, you don't really know how they feel.
Sure.
And that's a wonderful program. And then we also have Teens Can Survive. And it's a fabulous program that our staff goes into schools, and they screen them anonymously. And unless there's a problem flagged, then everything they can talk and they can tell. And the doctors that go into the school and do those things,
It's so
they can
important
find
with
out.
bullying and everything going on. I mean, it's a real
Yes.
epidemic with our kids today, and it's so important what you guys are doing. And of course, you have the Fashion Stars for a Cause. And Tony, you're going to be the chair this year, right? The
Yes,
honorary
I'm so
chair.
excited.
So why was it so important for you to get involved in this event?
I was personally touched by the issue. My sister passed 5 years ago from suicide, and
What effect does that have on a family?
oh my gosh, it's so much. And there's it's just such a hard issue for people to talk about, and that's why I love what Yvonne's doing, because it brings awareness to it, and it shouldn't be a subject that we should shy away from, because I think so many people have been affected by it, and so many people are in denial because things can happen in such an unusual and tragic way. Like the director of the volunteering, her brother was run over, but he jumped in front of a car. And so it was interesting for her family, because some people didn't understand in her family that what he did was actually suicide. They thought he was run over. So I think there's so many families that have situations like that.
And there's so many emotions, right? The
Yes.
shock of it all, sadness, maybe anger,
Yes.
because how could you do this to us?
you're
right?
processing everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like all at once too. It's not like if someone got sick or something along those lines. It's
Yes.
very different. And of course, people can call in and get help. And for some reason, this time of the year, y'all get a lot more calls, right?
I think so, and I think one of the main reasons is I think you can always tell in the economy there's a lot more suicides when the economy's down, and I think it's just that we strive to do everything for our families and everything, and I think a lot of times frustration sets in and people don't know where to turn, and they have bigger expectations than they can fulfill.
And of course, you guys do so much with helping, and Fashion Stars for a Cause raises money. And of course, you guys are going to do it again this year. Tell me about last year's and what effect you guys had, and what we can expect this year.
Well, last year was wonderful. Tony was fashion star last year, and so she sold the most raffle tickets, and so But it's a wonderful way to do it, because everyone can help a little. You can't always give big sums, and it's really not about that. It's about the awareness, and those that can, we always appreciate. But the fashion stars each in their, it seems like every year, at least 9 of the 12 have been touched by suicide, and it makes it so much more important. And they all seem to be so dedicated this year. And I heard stories last night at the wonderful event at Belk that they lost that I did not know, and no one really knows that all those details when they're selected.
Of course.
So it's heartwarming that they can find a way to use their grief to help other people.
So the Fashion Stars, and I'm so proud to say I'm one of them this year, we will be selling raffle tickets for a great prize. Tell everyone about the prize.
Well, it is wonderful. It's the Royal Chef, Darren McGrady, who I think is going to be on the show later. And he has done it for us before, and it was the highest one that we raised the most money for the raffle. And he'll come to your home and do a 10 person dinner and share all those wonderful tales from being in the,
Does
working
he
with
work
the
with
royal family.
Princess Di? It was
He
so
did work with
amazing.
Princess Diana, yes, and the boys,
And of course, there's a big Belk gift card that'll go along with this if you win, correct?
I was absolutely stunned at their generosity. It's a $5,000 gift card that goes along with the wonderful raffle that Darren has. But it's just amazing, and it's a no strings attached gift
I
card.
love
which
it.
is-
Well, we'll make sure everyone has the information. Of course, you need to buy your tickets for me. But we'll have a bunch of information. It's going to be wonderful. You can learn more about Fashion Stars for a Cause and the Suicide and Crisis Center by going to thebroadcasttv.com. And I'll tell you how to buy tickets from me because we need to win. All right. One of next year's big auction items, as we just announced, will be a private dinner made by the royal chef Darren McGrady himself. And we just happen to have him here in our studio to give us a preview of what you can win. He's up next when the broadcast returns.